So Microsoft Word provides a very nice way of organizing your documents so that it appears simple and good. So today I'm going to teach you how you can simply organize your document using the bullets, numbers, and the multi-level. This is the bulletin, this is the numbering actually, and your multi-level list. So let's see how we use these guys. Have you ever seen a document where every point has a dot at the beginning of the sentence? So this is how it is done. So first of all, let's say you have your documents, all right. I'm just gonna type some small gibberish here. In a car, I think this is a fine document. Then it's not gonna make sense actually. So now you want to make a list, or a bulleted list. So just press enter, then come to bullet, click on bullet, and you have this. So let's say, what should I put? Subscribe. Then press enter to go to the next bullet, to the anytime you want to go to the next bullet, just press enter, to the channel or subscribe to ultra, enter blue BLU, enter channel, like this. So anytime you want to give a next bullet, just press enter, and when you are done giving your bullets, if you press enter again, you're going to have another bullet again. So in order to exit from this, just have to press enter to get this, then you press enter again to take you out of the bullets. So supposing you didn't want to use these guys, you can always click on the drop down button here, and you have different types of bullets you could use. You could decide to use this, and anytime you type in anything, you can see this over here. You can also decide that maybe you don't like any of these examples of bulleted lists you are watching here. So you can decide to define a new bullet by clicking down here. If you wanted to use a symbol as your bullet, you click on symbols, and then you select out of the hundreds of symbols whichever you want to use as your bullet. Let's say I wanted to use this. All I have to do is click on it and click on OK. Now when I go back to my bullets, I think my mouse misbehaved again. So then I'll press OK. You can see that it is a preview of how it will look like. If I should press OK now, it will change to what I want. Aside you using symbols to actually change your bulletin to make your work more unique, you can decide to use a picture, and I don't advise you using a picture. You could also decide to use a font in order to do that. So you just play around with all these guys, and then you would learn more as you play around with them. So supposing you didn't want to use bulletin, let me take this off. Can I just do this? Okay, yes. So supposing you didn't want to use bulletin, you could also decide to use numbering, and the same thing applies to numbering. All you have to do is click on numbering, and you have your 1. You type in let's say go to YouTube channel, actually go to YouTube, then 2 search ultra blue channel. That's 2, 3, and you already know what to do. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. So that's how you use numbering, and the same thing applies to numbering. It has a drop down button here. When you click on the drop down button, you have different options of numbering to use. If you want to use the Roman numerals, you can always use this. If you want to use your 1 with your dot at the end, or your 1 with a bracket closed, you could always use this. If you also wanted to use ABC as your numbering, you can always do the same. And if you watch here, there are more advanced way of doing it. So you can decide to play with all these and see how easy it is been using them in your daily work. And just as I said earlier on, the same thing applies to the multi-level list. So I'm not going to go too much into it. I would urge you to just play with it. One funny way of learning Microsoft Word is that you have to always practice. Just get a blank document and decide to use. You can decide to use all these guys. Once you are done, you think you've messed up everything, just have to go to the settings and click on set to default, and everything will be sent back to its normal way. So always try to play with all these things. You can't mess up everything. The more you play with them, the more you click on them, hover around them to read what it does, you become more acquainted with it, and then it will be more easier for you when you are dealing with Word. All right, so that is the end of this chapter. Hopefully the next time we meet, we'll talk about I think we are done with this, right? Let's see. Yeah, I think we are done with the home button. So the next time we meet, actually, we'll now go to insert, and in insert we'll talk about how you can insert different stuffs. So I will see you in the next tutorial.